Good day to all of you. So, in behalf of Mr. Wake H. Kwasay, Mr. BJF Hernandez, and Mr. Ezekiel Jasper L. Mauhay, I, Blanca Flor P. Arada, will be presenting the modified thermal scanner with automatic alcohol dispenser for public utility jeepney. So, to start, the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic has been very alarming. It really impacts the way that we live until now. So, for countries, these are the effects such as border closures, unemployment, trade restrictions, hunger, poverty, and educational setup. So, it really changed the way we do things. And then it's really very important because COVID is very contagious. So, staying safe at all times is very important. So, public health is the primary concern of the government, thus, implementing safety protocols is a must. So, in all of the countries, so it is required to have face mask. So, in addition, for additional protection, so we are also using face shields and practice social distancing. And of course, we have to sanitize our hands by means of alcohol. So, changes in mobility and public transport have been motivated by growing concerns about the infection due to the contact of infected individuals with the general population. It really greatly affects the public transport. Why? Because if you're going to ride a public utility vehicle, so there is a reduced number of passengers to also practice social distancing. So, with this in mind, the researchers aim to integrate technology to create a possible solution for this concern. So this solution is the modified thermal scanner with automatic alcohol dispenser for public utility jeepney. So the following are the objectives. So the project aimed to first is display the detected body temperature as it scans every passenger. And then next is notify the driver and the passenger if the latter is detected with a high body temperature. So the threshold temperature is 37.5 degrees Celsius. And last but not the least is dispense alcohol to every passenger who will ride the jeepney. So this is the methodology. So they used planning, data gathering, designing, constructing, and testing and improvement. So for planning, they conducted preliminary investigation in which they interviewed passengers, drivers, also the LGU officials and members of the IATF so that they could have a deeper understanding of how are they going to design the project, what are the features that are needed so that it will be feasible and be used in public. So next is we have data gathering. So aside from the responses that they got from the interviews, so they also researched related literatures related to the prototype so that to understand what innovations to be used, what features, the new features that is used for the prototype. And then next is we have designing. So the researchers have in mind the it should be high quality, it should also be durable, and it should be safe. So they created a design to ensure that the prototype that they're going to develop will be of high quality, and of course it should be durable because it will be used in public, and of course safe. And then next is we have constructing. After acquiring all the components needed for the prototype and also the microcontroller that is needed, so all of this are integrated and they are assembled so as to make sure that all the parts are complete and based on the design. And then last but not the least is we have testing and improvement. So the researchers have in mind the functionality. Of course, they have to test if all the components are working, and at the same time, they also ask for the opinions of the experts and evaluators. What are the other features that are needed and what are the improvements? Because of course, it's still a prototype, and then so that it will be more easier to use and it will be more appealing to the public in terms of usage. Okay, next is we have the results and discussion. So we have the black diagram of the prototype. So we have the microcontroller, which is the Arduino Uno R3. So the components that are connected in with the Arduino R3 is the infrared thermometer sensor, of course, which detects the temperature. And then we have the liquid crystal display, or the LCD, in which the temperature will be displayed here. And then we also have the ultrasonic distance sensor. So it detects the distance of, for example, the hand to be for the temperature to be detected. And then we also have the piezoelectric buzzer. This is the notification if the temperature is more than 37.5. So Arduino R3, the transistor and IR proximity sensor, is powered, of course, by a power bank. And then in proximity sensor, also connected is the DC water pump, in which this actuates when there is a presence, for example, a hand, so that it will dispense alcohol from the container. So this is the actual prototype. So as you can see, so the parts such as the liquid crystal display, the ultrasonic distance sensor, and the piezo buzzer, and also we have the IR sensor. So not included in the picture is the alcohol container, which will dispense the alcohol. So for the um, evaluation, so the criteria that is used is quality, durability, safety, functionality, and economy. So the highest rate is we have 4.70 in terms of functionality, and the lowest is 4.45, which is economy. So the overall mean is 4.56. So this descriptive rating still excellent. So this prototype is evaluated by 10 technical experts and 10 end users. So included in the 10 technical experts are computer engineers, electrical engineers, electronics engineers, and LGU officials such as members of the IITF. And then for the end users, so we have passengers and drivers. So for the conclusion, so the designed and developed modified thermal scanner with automatic alcohol dispenser for public utility jeepney is capable of: first is displaying the detected body temperature as it scans every passenger. Next is notifying the driver and the passenger if the latter is detected with a high body temperature, and dispensing alcohol to every passenger who will ride the jeepney. So the system gained an overall mean score of 4.56 with a descriptive rating of excellent, signifying that the system met its objectives and that the evaluators are satisfied with the outcome and capabilities of the modified thermal scanner with automatic alcohol dispenser for public utility jeepney. So the following are the recommendations. So based on the outcome of the study, the following are recommended. First is use the vehicle's battery as the power source instead of the power bank. So that's why it will have a more power supply. And the next is use a long-range IR thermometer, which is this indicated the model. Why? Because it is suggested for accurate readings and easier calibration. And then the same prototype can be modified and innovate into a device that is not only used for public utility jeepney but also for other public utility vehicles. And then continuation is use a large piezoelectric buzzer for the alarm to be more audible. And then add a red light emitting diode, or LED, as an additional indicator for the alarm. So these are the references of the study. So thank you very much. So, and a good day again.